Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got a match breakdown of Chelsea versus Wolves. Let's get into it. Yo guys, today is a breakdown video of Chelsea versus Wolves. The game just finished 0-0. Bit disappointing, but I can't sit here and complain. It was a good performance. We definitely dominated. We definitely deserve. If there was gonna be a winner, it should have been us. We dominated. Let me read you some of the stats. Chelsea had 79% possession compared to Wolves 21. There were 14 shots for Chelsea, but only 5 were on target. So that just goes to show that it wasn't very different to Lampard. There wasn't a huge upgrade on Lampard coaching. It was just pass, hope for a breakthrough. We really dominated possession. Like I said, 79%, 14 shots, 5 on target. We should have won. We deserved to win. We had pretty much triple the amount of passes on them and over double the amount of touches. So Chelsea were the definition of domination today. So as you know, it was Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge of Chelsea, and he was quite animated on the sideline. He went out with a 3-4-2-1 system. I'll show you the graphic here. It's hard to get a head around, but I'll explain it as well as I can. So Timo Werner, Christian Pulisic, Kurt Zouma, Reece James, and Mason Mount were all left out of the starting lineup, and you can see it right here. As you can see, like I said, it was like a 3-4-2-1 with Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech not playing as wingers. It was almost as if they were two number 10s next to each other. So they were tucked in a lot with Olivier Giroud just sitting in front of them. It's pretty much like a square between Kovacic, Jorginho, Havertz and Ziyech, allowing Hudson Odoi, who's playing as a right wing back, and Benjamin Chilwell at left wing back to go forwards and try and cross the ball into the box for Olivier Giroud, or Ziyech and Havertz, who were running in. Havertz and Jorginho were two notable players that were more alive under Tuchel. I wouldn't say that there was a huge improvement on Lampard's style of play, but individual performances, there was almost definitely an upgrade on certain individuals. Some things that I picked up on: Thomas Tuchel knows what he's doing from short corners. When Lampard was defending a short corner, or a Chelsea team under Frank Lampard, they'd have two men, Wolves would have 2 men, or the opposition would have 2 men, and Chelsea would just go and have 1. But even I learnt this from my local football team. If they're doing a short corner, you go and put 2 men out there, because if they have 2 against 1, the 2 are almost always going to come out on top. That's why short corners are so dangerous, as if they only put 1 man out, the 2 will come out on top. And like we saw against Sheffield United, off the top of my head, some other goals as well came from short corners because Chelsea only put 1 man out there. But then if they do put 2 men out there, which is what you should do, they could just swing it right in, and it already takes 2 players out of the box. Another thing I noticed was set plays, free kicks and corners were all played very deep. I don't know if that was a Thomas Tuchel thing, or they were just overhit balls. In the second half, it started to heat up, and Benjamin Chilwell had a good chance that he skied over the bar. Havertz also had a good shot, but it was blocked by Dendoncker when the keeper wasn't ready for it. Then Pulisic and Tammy came on for Olivier Giroud and Benjamin Chilwell, moving Callum Hudson-Odoi to left wing back, Christian Pulisic at right wing back, and Tammy Abraham up front. Yes, you heard me right, our wing backs were Christian Pulisic and Callum Hudson-Odoi. That was so attacking. Like 5 minutes later, Mason Mount came off for Ziyech, and he had a big impact. After he came on, it looked like Chelsea were going to score, so I think Mason Mount did a great job of proving to Tuchel why he should stay in the first team, despite Lampard going and Tuchel now coming in. Kovacic also had a shot from range, which was very close to going to the back of the net. It was destined for it, but just hit the side netting, and it was very close. I do want to say one thing, and I'm going to say that the refereeing today was dreadful. There were some fouls which the ref gave to Wolves, and Chelsea players barely touched Wolves players. There were some fouls that he should have given to Chelsea that he didn't. There were a few cases where corners should have been given to Chelsea, but the Linos decided not, even though they were standing right in front of it. And I'm not just looking for excuses, but I do think the refereeing today was under par. So now you know what we're doing. On to the player ratings. In goal, Edouard Mendy, I'd probably give a 7 out of 10. He didn't have to do much. He did give the ball away to Pedro Neto, who almost dinked him, which would have won the game. Pedro Neto again, man. If he scored a winner against Chelsea, I don't know what I could have done, or I don't know what I would have done. Benjamin Chilwell I'd give an 8, and Hudson Odoi I'd give a 9. Hudson Odoi is definitely by far man of the match. He was so dangerous, taking on 8 Nori, and then when he moved to the left, he was taking on Hoover. Is that his name? Hoover, the Dutch guy. The 3 centre-backs which I just missed out. Thiago Silva I'd probably give an 8, Aspi equated with the 7, and Rudiger, I guess a 6. I have a sort of hatred towards Rudiger. I don't really know why. Zuma's a lot better than him personally. He's been our best defender this season, personally, Kurt Zuma. So I feel bad for him. He's missed out on the last few games under Lampard because he's trying to keep Rudiger happy. And now Tuchel's come in and given Rudiger the nod over Zuma yet again. In the midfield, Jorginho and Kovacic. It was that pivot that we kind of saw in a 4-2-3-1 system under Lampard last season. And yet again, they did pretty good. Jorginho getting the ball in the back foot, turning. Kovacic driving forwards. I give Jorginho maybe a 7, Kovacic an 8. Kovacic had his best performance in a Chelsea shirt this season. He's not really been up to full strength after winning Player of the Season last season, but this was definitely his best performance of the season. And now the front three. It wasn't really a old school traditional front three, a left wing striker, right wing. It's more like a left cam, a right cam, and a striker, which is weird. I've not ever seen it before. Comment down below if you've seen it before. So Hakim Ziyech was like a right cam, Havertz as a left cam. I'd give Havertz an 8. He was definitely more alive and energetic and electric than he normally has been. He had more confidence about him and just had this air that he was gonna try and do something. He was trying to pull off tricks. He was driving at the defenders, which I haven't seen in a Chelsea shirt yet. So it was kind of nice to see that. Ziyech also, he was controlling the game. He's picking it up in the middle, looking to go out wide, looking to go into Giroud's feet. So I'd give him probably an 8 as well. They were 2 very similar players, Havertz and Ziyech in that game. And Olivier Giroud, he had a good chance right at the start that he probably should have tucked away from a delicious Callum Hudson-Odoi cross. He also had a few other chances, so I'd give him a 7. I do believe if Tammy Abraham was starting, I think we probably would have won that game. So now for Thomas Tuchel's rating, I'd probably give him an 8. He took over at training last night. He's had 1 day at training, and to come in and put that performance in against a Wolves team that aren't really in the best run of form, but they've had a good history of winning. They were very good last season before that. So it's not easy to go or get Wolves to come to Stamford Bridge and have a good performance. Like I said, they've not been on the best run of form. We definitely deserved the win, but we need to be more lethal. It's a Chelsea thing. We need to be more lethal. Chelsea's next game is against Burnley on Sunday the 31st of January. You might go out with a 3 at the back again. I would not be surprised, but make sure you check out my match preview when it comes out. I've also edited, and there's a video ready to upload tomorrow, which is going to be my first Chelsea FC player versus player. It will be explained in tomorrow's video, so make sure you check it out. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.